Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and well, this video, since I made the one last week or the week before on Beiter Nocks, I figured I would dig through my surplus of Nocks and go through some Beiter Nocks. So we got some in-out Nocks here from Beiter, some out Nocks here from Beiter, and some pin Nocks here from Beiter. Not too many of those pin Nocks, but I'm going to try out my scale again here, which is actually pretty accurate compared to my big one in the back. So it's fairly accurate. I think it was off by like 0.02 grains compared to the big scale in the back. So we're gonna stick with this because it's just way more portable and way easier to make this video this way. So I've gone through and I have found the listed weights for each of these Nocks. We'll start off with pin Nocks, the pin 1 Nocks, because that's what I have, and then we'll move to out and then in out. And I'm just going to see how they weigh out. I have about 6 pin Nocks. I have more than that for the in outs and the out Nocks, but we're going to do like 6 or more and try to get an idea on the variation in the weight of the Nocks and see how that compares to what the manufacturer Beiter is actually saying their Nocks are supposed to weigh. So let's get started. We're going to power up our scale here. We're going to go and break out our Nocks. So a pin Nock, that is a pin 1 or size 1 Nock, is supposed to weigh 4.321 grains. This scale does not go out that far. It'll go out to 4.26 is what this Nock I just put on there weighs. So we'll go and write that down. We will be missing that third digit, but this still should give us a pretty good idea on how close they are to what Beiter is advertising they should weigh. All right, this next one, 4.28. Now I did already weigh one before just to get an idea to see if this video was worth doing and kind of just setting up all the cameras and stuff so you can actually see what's going on. So that is a real weight. We'll have 7 instead of 6. So let me go through these and I'll get back to you. All right, so there we have it. We have our 6 all weight, our 6 Beiter pin 1 pin Nocks. And as I said before, we're looking for 4.32. That's what Beiter advertises they weigh in grains. We got 4.24 as a low, and we have 4.32 as a high. And basically everything else is either 4.26 or 4.28. This scale may go by 0.02 increments. It might just round up. So again, a pretty acceptable range because it's fairly close to what Beiter is actually advertising their pin Nocks should weigh. So pretty sweet there, not a big difference. Let's move on to out Nocks and see how these out Nocks fare compared to the pin Nocks. So let's start weighing these and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so we went and did 12 of these out Nocks. Now, Beiter says their out Nock should be about 7.38 grains. Well, we got a range of 7.38 on the low end to 7.46 on the high end. So still pretty close. Honestly, so far, the Beiter ones seem to be a lot closer than the Easton ones. We'll see. I have to see how the last pack of in-out nocks goes. We'll only be doing a dozen of these. There's probably like a good 2 dozen in there. We'll do a dozen of them and see. But so far, I'm really liking how much more accurate Beiter's advertised weight is to the actual weight. And I completely understand it's not going to be perfect, you know. These are all molded, and there is going to be some variation of of weight and stuff here and there, but at least theirs is very much like in the same ballpark. We're not talking whole grains worth off. We're talking 0.2, maybe 0.02 in some cases. Not huge differences. So this is really, I think, a telling sign in a sense to the consistency and accuracy that Beiter is putting into making their nocks. Maybe their single molds they use for a lot of these nocks is making a big difference. I don't know. I haven't been to their factory. It'd be kind of cool to go one day, but yeah, I think that's going to be a difference possibly. Let's see what their in-out nocks do. And the weight we're looking for is 6.76. That is the advertised weight by Beiter. We'll see if we are in that ballpark or not. So we got a whole pile of them here. All right, so we have finished with a dozen in-out nocks, and honestly, the dozen I picked out of these two, maybe even 2.5 dozen, they're really close to each other. The lightest one was 6.94, the heaviest one was 7.0, so amongst the group, they're only 0.6 or so off in weight from each other. Of course, Beiter's advertising their 6.76, so about 0.30 grains off from what they're advertised. The biggest difference between the three that we've tested, but still pretty spot on. It would be a lot worse if they weighed like 7.76 or 8.76. So still very consistent. Kind of not surprised, just knowing how Beiter seems to really be thorough in what they design and make. But it is good to see. It's reassuring that you're essentially going to buy exactly what they're advertising at the weight they're advertising, or relatively close. I would find all these acceptable, and it's even more acceptable again that they're all very close in relation to each other, so that way you're not getting huge swings in the weight of your nocks. Now that was still the case with the Easton. The dozens I looked at were basically all the same weight, but they were fairly off from what was advertised as the weight they should be. Beiter is much more accurate at that, and their dozens seem to line up more accurately too. So that was a quick little video. If you have any more ideas for me on this, let me know. I'm not too sure what other brands of nocks I have laying around, or if I really have sufficient quantities to do a video. Like 6 on the pin nocks is kind of light, but you gotta work with what you have. So with that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, happy shooting.
you.